Prior to 1888, the children of this small community were buggied to a school which we know as the Westfield School on Green Bay Road and 33rd.
The school district we know as Spring Bluff was formed in 1888 with a board of directors and a school board consisting of 3 members that met annually to conduct the school business.
Among the prerogatives at that time was the right to determine the numbers of months during the school year that school would be conducted. As a consequence, the school is in session until money ran out. In 1890, school classes were held for only 2 months. In this year, the school board decided that a building was needed for resolution was passed to buy Lapham Store for school purposes and to move it just south of Mason's Gardens, halfway between Blacksmith and the Cross Road on the west side of the road.
The first schoolhouse was a log cabin said to be located on the southwest corner of now 9th and Sheridan. This second school, as mentioned above, was located at 738 Sheridan Road.
The cost was $650. A teacher's salary was approved at $25 per month. It was a frame building with 35 students and 1 teacher. It was too cold to hold classes during January, February, and March.
This building burned down during classes hours either in the fall of 1903 or the spring of 1904. This according to one of the residents, a Mrs. Eleanor Peterson, who was in 1st grade at the time and remembers being shoved through a window. Classes were then moved to Old Lane Office Building at 1504 Main Street. Later, this building was commended by the county
condemned?
As an unfit for a school. The school property on
The school property on Sheridan Road was sold by referendum, and the present Spring Bluff School was the site. And the site was purchased.
Some school board information. April 21st, 1888. Actual meeting. Board members: George Kellogg, William Belmore, Ashton Lilfin, Clerk I.O. Colby. $250 approximated for the school year. April 20th, 1888, 1889. Members the same. $200 approximated for the school year. April 19th, 1890. Members the same. $250 approximated for 9 MOS school in 1891. April 18th, 1891. Board members the same. Lapham Store bought for school price $250. $650 approximated for necessary repairs to building. I can find no one who knows there was. September 1891. The school was to be located halfway between the Blacksmith and the Crossroad, south of Mason's Garden. Once again, I can find no one who remembers where these were. 1950 saw the end of the Caicos 3-man school board in place was a 7-man elected school board. The last 3-man board was Harold Bergen, Francis Manbeck, Stephen Regano. Some school board information. April 21st, 1888, actual meeting. Board members: George Kellogg, W.M. Belmore. These are some of the teachers that are the names and the years and how much money they get per month. Clara Bullimore, 1889, $25 per month. Nellie Kenny, 1990, $30 per month.
Etta Riley, 1991, $30 per month. Allie Riley, 1991, $30 per month. Mabel Gray, 1992, $25 per month. Angie Simpson, 1992, $30 per month. In 1907, Old Christopherson was hired as the first principal at $10 per month.
The school property was bought by Refunder in 1904, and the present site purchased. The first building Refunder for $2,000 was passed but couldn't be utilized because the planned building would have cost more than $2,000. A refunder for $3,000 was defeated. However, a second was passed for a one-story building with 2 classrooms. In 1915, a second story was added, along with the school was built.
You may recognize the first story facing College Avenue, and may explain the difference in the type of brick. In the meantime, a janitor was hired in 1907 for $10 a month. In April 1907, Mr. Christopherson came to the school and its first principal.
By 1909, teachers' salaries had reached $55 a month in time. First piano was bought and credited in 1912. The first sidewalks were constructed in 1913. A furnace was installed for $220. In 1906, electric lights were installed and teacher salaries reached $65. In 1945, the first telephone was installed and hot water was furnished to the washrooms. In the 50s, enrollment was increasing so rapidly that it was evident that more room was needed.
It started in 1948 by the last 3-man school board, Harold Bergman, Francis Manebeck, and Stephen Redmell. This was 2 stories with 8 rooms and principal's office. As the harbor grew, enrollment increased and another building was needed.
So in 1954, the now 7-man elected school board had another 8-room building added on. Then in 1957, kindergarten rooms were added on, and we were still growing. In 1959, Westfield School was built. 1964 saw still another addition. In 1969, 3 portables were added.